serving southern New Mexico. This is the award-winning KRWG-TV News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kira Moots.
And I'm Tristan Tamez.
El Paso police are investigating a shooting that took place last night at the Cielo Vista Mall. The shooting happened yesterday around 5 p.m. when two groups of young men got into a fight at the mall's food court. A person in one of these groups then pulled out a gun and fired. One person was killed and 3 others were injured. 2 are in critical condition. The shooting is not believed to be gang-related and all suspects have been arrested. Cielo Vista Mall is just next door to the Walmart in which 23 people died in a mass shooting in August 2019.
Las Cruces is working on building a crisis response team. It's called Project Light, meaning lessen the incidence of grief, harm, and trauma. The team is meant to provide residents with intervention for mental health crises and connect people with resources. It's not considered an alternative to a police response. Instead, the Light works alongside first responders. After a hiring blitz last year and an influx of federal funding, 2 Light teams consisting of first responders and licensed social workers will begin responding on March 6th. April Borgen is next with the first look at weather. How's the weather, April?
Well, today for our current conditions, despite the cold temperature of 46 degrees, it was sunny with a dew point of 4.8 degrees, a humidity of 15%, and a slight breeze coming in from the northwest at 4 miles per hour, while our barometer was at 30.27 inches. And for our high temperature today, we had a high temp of 47 degrees, a low temperature overnight of 19 degrees, an average temperature this year of 63 degrees. Our record high temperature occurred in 2013 of a scalding 108 degrees, while in 2011 we had the lowest temperature yet of 9 degrees below zero. We do not have any rain today, so our yearly rainfall stays at 0.49 inches. That's all for your current conditions today. Now back to the desk.
Now that the remainder of the NMSU basketball season is canceled, one question remains. What about the fans who have season tickets? Yesterday in the news conference after the firing of head coach, athletics director Mario Mochia said they are working on exactly how to handle it. The season was canceled after allegations that 3 players allegedly hazed and sexually abused another player. New Mexico State Police trooper is on administrative leave after being accused of sexual misconduct earlier this month. The Las Vegas Police Department presented the case to the 4th Judicial District Attorney, which approved his arrest warrant as of February 15, 2023. Sergeant Kevin Kiner has served 7 years under the department up until the reported incident. The Las Vegas Police Department is currently launching a full internal investigation on the allegations. Socorro County Police are investigating a fatal car crash off Highway 60 outside of Magdalena. A 2001 Ford truck slid off the roadway after hitting a patch of ice and crashing. Passenger Basil Cox was pronounced dead on the scene after suffering fatal injuries. Cox was not wearing a seatbelt during the accident while the driver was, leaving the driver uninjured. Alcohol does not appear to be a factor in the crash. However, it is still being investigated by the New Mexico State Police.
A proposed bill before the New Mexico legislature could add millions of dollars to the New Mexico Department of Transportation. Senate Bill 104, introduced in January by New Mexico Senators George Munoz and Antonio Maestas, would set aside over $314 million from New Mexico's general fund. The bill is aimed at improving the structures and facilities of 49 airports across New Mexico. SB 104 received a due pass recommendation on February 2nd from the New Mexico Senate Tax, Business, and Transportation Committee. One of the biggest job creators here in the Mesilla Valley is chili farming, producing 60% of the U.S. chili crop in 2021. Last weekend, the NMSU Extension, Plant Sciences Department, and the Chili Pepper Institute held the 2023 New Mexico Chili Conference. The conference brings in experts to inform of the new technology, latest management, and marketing techniques.
So New Mexico is very proud of our signature crop here, chili, and we have a lot of great research programs, wonderful processors, wonderful growers, all that support chili peppers. So this conference is really important to have here to solidify our place as a premier chili pepper researcher and research and producing state.
The convention was originally held for local growers in the Mesilla Valley. Now people come from all around the world.
Stay tuned. April will be back with your national weather forecast, and later Josh will be back with sports.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Thursday,
where news matters.
Next we have April with the national weather forecast. What's it look like, April?
Well, for the first national map of the night, we have the high temperatures across the nation, specifically showing the colder temperatures that have come with this recent winter storm. Starting off in Illinois, we have 35 degrees in Chicago. We also have 36 degrees in Albuquerque and 33 degrees in Denver. And for our next national map of the night, we have the severe weather warnings that are occurring in states such as Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama after a small tornado hit Searcy County in Arkansas earlier this morning, causing flood flash warnings as well as severe thunderstorm warnings. And for our last national map of the night, we have the additional rain and snow forecast for the next 48 hours. As you can see, it's heading anywhere between the border of Ohio all the way up to the northern part of Maine, which is expected to see at least 5 inches of snow. That's all for the national forecast today, but join me after the break for a look at your local temperatures. And for your local temperatures today, we're at 33 degrees in Farmington, 27 degrees in Gallup, 38 degrees in Socorro, and 45 degrees in Deming. And for the temperatures tomorrow, we are at 40 degrees in Santa Fe, 42 degrees in Albuquerque, and 46 degrees in Deming. And in Alamogordo tonight, you'll have clear skies with a low temperature of 16 and tomorrow a high temperature of 46 degrees. In Truth or Consequences, we'll have a low temperature of 19 degrees and a high temperature tomorrow of 48 degrees. And in Silver City, the lowest temperature yet, 11 degrees tonight and a high temperature of 44 degrees tomorrow. And in Las Cruces tonight, clear skies with a low temperature of 22 degrees and a high temperature of 54 degrees tomorrow. Now, back to the desk.
Thanks, April. You can imagine that Valentine's Day is a popular holiday on a college campus, and students here at NMSU had a variety of ways to say, "Be mine." One way was to build a teddy bear to give to your bae. This Bears for Bay event was held in the Corbett Student Center and sponsored by the Resident Hall Association and student government.
We just wanted to collab. We wanted to make it a big event because the students on this campus really seem to enjoy this event, and I just wanted to be able to bring our students some joy. Yeah.
The next event planned for RHA is the Black History Month Vogue Ball next Saturday at Corbett Ballrooms. Josh Montoya is next with sports.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Josh Montoya and let's talk sports. Baseball fans, crack out the sunflower seeds and bring out the bubblegum because NMSU baseball is back. Tomorrow will be opening day at Presley Askew Field where the Aggies will be taking on the Bellarmine Knights for a 3-game weekend series. Last season, the Aggies took the WAC by storm, outscoring opponents 21-5 during the WAC tournament. After winning the WAC last season, the Aggies punched their ticket to the national stage to play in the NCAA tournament. The defending WAC champs will play tomorrow at 6 o'clock for a nightly matchup. With baseball on the rise, let's hit it to softball. The NMSU softball team had a strong start last weekend, ending the NMSU Invitational with the 3-1 record. The Aggies hope to keep that strong start going this weekend in the San Marcos, Texas for the I-35 Classic. And that's all for News 22 Sports. Join us next week for more sports action. April will be back with 5-day forecast.
That's all for News 22 Thursday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. From the whole News 22 team, good night.
This news brief in Espanol is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Gracias por estar con nosotros en Noticias 22. Aria Sánchez hoy con ustedes. El 12 de febrero de 2023, la Policía Estatal de Nuevo México tuvo conocimiento de una investigación que estaba llevando a cabo el Departamento de Policía de Las Vegas en referencia a las acusaciones de agresión sexual que implicaban al sargento Kevin Keener de la Policía Estatal de Nuevo México. El jefe de policía del Estado de Nuevo México, Tim Johnson, puso al sargento Keener en situación de baja administrativa e inició una investigación interna. Ayer el Departamento de Policía de Las Vegas presentó el caso al fiscal de Cuarto Distrito Judicial y se aprobó una orden de detención contra Kevin Keener. Se le acusa de penetración sexual criminal segundo grado de una mujer adulta. El jefe Johnson declaró que a los agentes se les exigen los más altos niveles de integridad y cualquier acto de mala conducta disminuye la confianza entre nosotros. Keener ha trabajado para la Policía Estatal de Nuevo México desde hace 7 años y estaba asignado a la Oficina de Uniformes del Distrito de Las Vegas en el momento del incidente denunciado. En El Paso, Texas, la policía proporcionó información actualizada el jueves tras un tiroteo en el centro comercial Cielo Vista. Una persona murió y otras resultaron heridas. El jefe de policía interino Peter Pasillas dijo que una pelea entre dos grupos dio lugar a un tiroteo. Se trata de un incidente fortuito entre dos grupos. 2 personas fueron detenidas. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Yo soy Sara Sánchez. Buenas noches.